Hello, we're here again for another video. This is performance task number 5. My name is Carl Joseph Risol, a BS ECE3A student. For today's topic is all about digital modulation technique, focusing on CPFSK, continuous phase frequency shift keying. So CPFSK, continuous phase frequency shift keying, is a method of modulating digital data onto a sinusoidal carrier wave, encoding the for information present in the data to variations in the carrier's instantaneous frequency between one of two frequencies, referred to as the space frequency and mark frequency. In general, a standard FSK signal does not have continuous phase, as the modulated waveform switches instantaneously between two sinusoids with different frequencies. As the name suggests, the phase of CPFSK is in fact continuous. This attribute is desirable for signals that are transmitted over a band-limited channel, as discontinuities in a signal introduce wideband frequency components. In addition, some classes of amplifiers exhibit nonlinear behavior when driven with nearly discontinuous signals. This could have undesired effects on the shape of transmitted signal. So here we have here an example diagram. This is the oscillator 1, oscillator 2, digital modulation signal. The high and low frequency, discontinuous generates unwanted spectrum. So as you can see here on our diagram. In FSK, abrupt switching from one oscillator output to another in successive signaling intervals result in relative large spectral signal lobes outside of the main spectrum of the signal. So, CPFSK is a memory-based modulation scheme in which phase is constrained to be continuous. So we have here the voltage controlled oscillator, and we have the phase continuous FSK, CPFSK. We can see the difference on the other one. So note that the information bearing signal frequency modulates a single carrier whose frequency is changed continuously. The resulting frequency modulated signal is phase continuous, or CPFSK. So in rectangular pulse shaping, linear pulse shaping, phase changes linearly with the time and frequency is held constant throughout the data interval. In general, frequency pulse of length L is denoted by LREC, with L is equals to 1. 1, oh, 1 REC CPM signal is called continuous phase frequency shift keying, or CPFSK. Note that although the rectangular pulse shaping function is discontinuous, the phase response function is continuous frequency function f of t of a linear pulse shape with full response CPM L is equals to 1. Signaling is given as, here is the um, some values. So otherwise, corresponding phase function here. So for full responsive CPFSK, we have the formula there with an instantaneous phase also there, and with um, with theta subscript I, the accumulated phase or phase state is over at the bottom. So next is this is the phase 3 for CPFSK normalized with respect to H is equals to 1 half. And this is phase 3less for CPFSK normalized with respect to H is equals to 1 half. So here is phase 3 of CPM with M is equals to 2 and H is equals to 1 half, and R is the phase function, and the same with the phase trellis. So electronic system that uses CPFSK, we have GSM, global system for mobile communication. In a cellular communication system like GSM, frequency reuse is done extensively. The side lobe level should be as small as possible. The abrupt phase transitions generate frequency components to have significant amplitude. Thus, the resultant power in the side lobes, causes co-channel and inter-channel interference. High power amplifiers may have to be operated in the nonlinear region in order to improve transmission power. Continuous phase modulation schemes are preferred to counter this problem. So another uses is in our Bluetooth devices. So summary. Continuous phase shift keying (CPFSK) is commonly used variation of frequency shift keying (FSK), which is itself a special case of analog frequency modulation. The phase of CPFSK is in fact continuous. This attribute is desirable for signals that are transmitted over a band-limited channel, as discontinuities in a signal introduce wideband frequency components. CPFSK is a memory-based modulation scheme in which phase is constrained to be continuous. CPFSK applications, we have GSM technology, Bluetooth technology, and a lot more. So that would be all for this topic. Thank you and God bless.